Okay, hi. This is not going to be the best video, but I'm going to do a bit of a workout video because I have nothing to work out with at the moment until I can get home to my gym. Stuck here, well, I'm stuck here on bail. I'll probably remake these videos, but I've been stung by some nasty TV stuff, and someone, I guess, set me up, for lack of better words, for over a couple of years, and I trusted her, and whatever happened. Now I've got to get through it and get my son back and get home. But while I'm stuck here, I've got nothing to work out with, so this might be a way to make a video. I'm a bit chubby at the moment. I've been stuck in jail and having heart issues, a couple of heart attacks, so I've been too afraid to do cardio. I've been trying to do what weights I can, but I've had heart attacks and had them just leave me on the floor dying. I just couldn't get a decent heart rate reading. The guards told them leave him, stuff him, and they just left me there to die. And so I was terrified, and too terrified to push my heart too hard. But I tried to keep doing weights, body weight stuff is all we could do, and figured I'll get out, and once I can call an ambulance, I'll start trying to do some cardio and burn the fat off. But for now, I'm going to try and do a back or a pull workout. I'll start with pull-ups. I figure this roof rafter is going to work alright as long as I can get a grip on it. I haven't actually tried it yet, so we'll see how it goes. But I'll try and do 5 sets for each thing, and back will be back, traps and biceps. So it's not too bad. See, if I'm doing sets of pull-ups, they're hard to do unless you've got the right strength. You're better off doing rows, but whatever you're doing on your last rep, sort of squeeze it and try and hold it and let it out. And if you're doing pull-ups, the key is, or anything back really, think of pulling from your elbows, pull back and try and squeeze your shoulder blades together as far as you can. And that's the goal of the movement, to stretch out, squeeze, stretch out. Do a set to failure and do 3 to 5 sets. A good workout's 5 sets if you're doing your second workout of the week. If you're doing it trying to push it hard, then maybe your second one's only 3 sets and you do a bit of other cardio style stuff with it. Give yourself a minute or two break in between sets and just push your muscle to failure 3 to 5 times in a row. Job done. As far as your muscles go anyway, then you've got your cardiovascular health, but so it'll be set 2. That's my second set. So I'll give myself another minute or 2 break. I try and gauge it on your breathing. A little bit out of breath at the end. Wait for your breathing to come under control and go again. Reps don't matter as long as you go into failure. Ideally, I've always said, try to do at least 6 reps. Find something that's the right weight that you can do at least 6, just from the point of view that doing less than 6 is extremely stressful on your body, and you're highly likely to cause an injury. If you can keep it between 6 and 15, 6 and 20 at the most, then that's a good rep range to keep in, to build muscle and keep your muscles healthy. Higher rep ranges are good for conditioning and cardio, but for muscle building and building strength in your bones, muscles and tendons, sort of 6 to 20 is the sweet spot. 1 or 2 rep stuff does build faster, or as fast or faster, but you have a high risk of injury, and I don't personally think that's worth it. Stick to something that's safe and you can keep doing week after week, continually. Alright, set 3. Oh I'm struggling to get 5 reps. So I'm reasonably strong, but I'm reasonably heavy as well. I'm 110 odd kilos. It makes bodyweight stuff a bit harder. If you find a 60, 70 kilo guy, similar body composition, you'll probably bust out 20 no problem. But take the same body composition, make yourself heavier, and bodyweight stuff gets harder. But when you've got no equipment, you do what you can do. There's a good one. If you've got something to hang off that's stable, hanging off something on an angle and rowing is a bit easier. But I don't have anything around to do something like that. So I'll do what I can do. All right. Sit 4. I'm stuck at 4 reps. But it's later in the set, I'm well warmed up, not likely to hurt anything. So I'll keep going. I'll do one more set, give it a minute break, and that's my 5. I've hit my mark. And I'll find something to do biceps and traps. I'm not sure what order, I'm not sure what I'm going to use exactly. I didn't think this through, I just thought, I need to come down here and do something. Hopefully I'll get home soon and get my gym back. I'm going to start working on the property and building it for my son. And continue the fight to get my son back through the courts. And so I have no other option now. Unless I can get these charges turned around, but it's not looking promising. I'm a male in Australia and it's not good. But it is what it is. I'll get there. Alright. Set 5, last set, come on. Nope. Okay, now I'm going to find something to do some other stuff with. Alright, 8 minutes. That's probably not too bad over there, I'll do. If I can get a good angle there. Okay. Hopefully that's not too bad an angle to see. What's that like? It's a bit light. I'm going to do 1 arm traps. The idea is shrug down as far as you can, pull your shoulder up to your ear. The first set might be a bit higher reps, but try and pause at the top a bit just to make it harder if it's a bit light. Try and burn the muscle out. I want to feel it up here, not everywhere else. One side. Uh-oh, copper's caught. Right. I'm trying to just hang my arm free, not bend my elbow at all. Just use my arm like a rope with the hand clenching. I'm not really counting reps. I should, as long as you know the muscles failed, depending how slow you go, how paused you get, and how well you contract the muscle, it's going to fail earlier or later. The point is you make it fail. That's it done. I wonder if I can find something to do biceps in the middle. Decent weight. Not a whole lot of how much it's easy to grip. Well, being trapped and I'm doing one arm, I can have a shorter rest. I'll just keep going back and forth quickly until I can't move it much anymore. Okay, that's pretty tight, pretty sore. Alright, that's 2 sets. So the idea with the short sets, I'll go on to talk a little bit between these, is your body's fuel source. Its primary source for high exertion is what's called ATP, that's stored in your muscles, replenished with creatine. It takes about 60 seconds to replenish, and the average body stores about a 60-second supply of it. So that's the idea behind your 20 reps max. If you're going for 45 to 60 seconds, you run out of ATP and your body starts reverting to blood sugar or glucose as a fuel source, which doesn't provide the same stimulation for the muscles. So if you're really trying to damage your muscle tissue to stimulate growth, you want to be using the stronger fuel source. Think of it like your blood sugar is your normal petrol and your ATP is your NOS. If you want to cause damage and stimulate growth, use the NOS button. Let it replenish, use it again. Going into the blood sugar as a supply is sort of longer. It's conditioning, cardio, it's important to do as well. But as far as purely training the muscles and making them stronger, you want to stay in that lower rep range. Sets take less than a minute. Give yourself a minute or two to replenish your ATP and go again. I'm trying to pause at the top now just to make it burn. I don't know if it's visible on the video, but I know my left side's it strains a lot more with anything at the moment. That's a personal injury thing. Well, one of the times I got attacked, I got a bit of a neck injury and my nerves are damaged. My left arm, at least when I'm doing bicep, tricep stuff, it fails about half the time with the right, doesn't have a lot of strength. But that's why I'm doing anything I can to just try and keep it up as long as I can, so I can get some scans and hopefully they can untrap whatever nerve's trapped or whatever, or do something. That's, yeah, more of what I've got to deal with, but I'll do my best to keep myself healthy along the way. I'm not just going to give up. I'll never stop fighting. raise my son like that. I'll fight to keep my health as best I can to build him the life I promised him. And I'll fight till my dying breath to do what I promised him and build him that life and support him. To do that, I need my body as healthy as I can keep it. So I do what I can. Alright, I think this is round 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, okay. I think the nerve's a bit better in the shoulder. It's when it gets further down the arm somehow, which doesn't make sense if it's trapped in the neck, but until I get CT scan and find out what's happening, I'm not going to know exactly where the issue starts. Generally, if you're doing it and you're balanced, if you're doing left right, I always say start with your weaker arm first. Your right might get 2 or 3 reps left if they're balanced, because you've already burnt a bit of energy and stuff. But you want to start with your weaker arm all the time. Try to get them in balance until they are. That's going to take 2 or 3 years for any normal person, so until then you just always start with your weaker arm. When you start noticing your weaker arm getting as strong as your right or stronger, then flip it back and forth. That's 4 sets. I'm wondering, I don't know if that's half in the way. But maybe that'll work for curls. Was it too light for 2 hands? That's too light for 2 hands. What else can I do for curls? Well, that's what I'll do. 25 litres, that's not 25 kilos, that's less. Don't have a whole lot of options here. What if I held it down there? That's not too bad. 1, 2, keeping my elbow against my body. 3, trying to focus on the bicep. 4, 5, 6. You really want to come right up if you can. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's not working now. That's where the nerves stop. It's okay. Okay. Right arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's not really burning yet. Maybe this is a bit light. Now it's starting now. Oh, that's 1 set of that. This thing's a little bit in my way. What can I do about that? Can I take that out? Yeah, that'll work. It's pushing it into my wrist. Take that out for a minute and finish this. Alright. Now my left arm's probably had a good minute now. Go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, whatever. You're buggered. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the reps drop down, doesn't matter, as long as I go to failure. That's 2 rounds. So I've got at least 1, maybe up to 3 more. If I push for 2 more, 3 more, do them 1 at a time. Hit 1 more and see how I feel. I'll probably do all 5, just to say that I did 5. I did 4 traps, 5 back pull-ups. Try to get 5 biceps. And then that's it, done. That's a pull workout done. If I wanted to do more today, or if I only need to do each muscle group once a week ideally, at least. Do it more if you can recover. But if you want a good balanced exercise routine, 3 workouts a week for resistance training, throw 2 or 3 cardios in on your other days if you want, or second workouts, some stretching workouts. That's a good balanced sort of routine. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that wasn't feeling. This should be moving. Three. 2 more. 2 more. I can do 2 more. I'm pretty buggered right now. I don't feel great. I feel like stopping. Just bust out 2 more. Who cares what reps I get as long as I fail. Shorter rest doesn't matter. Why not? Just go again. 1 more and I've got 1 left. 1, 2. Stupid. Oh no. You're coming close to my left now. So that means my nervous system's a bit taxed entirely. I'll do 1 more just to say I did it, and then that's me done. I'm sure I'm really not even at half an hour already. Well, since I'm so taxed, I might just make my last set a 2-armed one, and this weight should be alright for that. The idea is try to keep your elbows as still as you can, but it's a bit hard when you're using leverage on a piece of equipment. Oh no. I can feel my left failing and my right doesn't want to fail. I might just try to keep going with the right for a bit. Okay, there's five sets. That's a workout done. Not that I look any good now, but I can't really flex the left arm. It just stays soft. The right arm goes hard, it's the left arm. I'll get that fixed, fingers crossed. I'll do what I can with it, build my son's farm. That's all it needs to do. That's all that's left to do in my life. Thank you.